Wow, that is very high up. There we go. There we go. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another. No, this is not a Let's Play. This is the 60 Minutes of Writing with JP Edgar. Still don't have the catchphrase. Don't have the catch line. Still don't have that. Anyway, I need your help, chat. What kind of catchphrase? What can I say after the intro to get people to know what this is about? 60 Minutes of Writing JP Edgar. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But what else? Because on the Let's Play is you know what the Let's Play is about. Frankly, I'm not confident I'm going to get anything done tonight, but I'll at least stare at the Google Docs to see if something appears. I believe in you. I believe in you. But that's chat. I'll get to you here shortly. But help me out with the catchphrase. Help me out with the catchphrase. Okay? I am struggling. I am struggle busting it. I am also struggling with the camera. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. So how you doing today, chat? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Worried about getting 500 down tonight? Yeah, just get what you can. Just get what you can. You know, one word down is one word you didn't have before, unless you delete it. But you're not going to do that, right? You're not going to do that. So, yeah, just get what you can. Just get what you can. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Let's check out my structure, my template. I am at 67,945. It looks like I updated my word count. I believe I left off on chapter 17. I have a nice big bold red section that I need to... That means I need to add in a lot of words, but I think I left off on the edits, the first pass of edits on chapter 18. However, there is one thing. I know you can't see it, but I'll just pan to the right. You can actually see red text in the middle of my blurred screen. Those are notes for me to add something, subtract something, remember something, and there's a lot of notes that I have going on that I haven't really incorporated in my first passes, and I'm concerned. So I'm going to have to go back and look at the notes and remember exactly what I did and see if I actually incorporated those notes, because when I open up one of the chapters, I'll open up chapter 18 for now. You can see that I have a section highlighted. Well, you can't read it, but about the middle of the screen, you see a highlighting with the red text. That's notations that I need to remember, but it's not complete. So I'm concerned that I didn't miss that because, okay, don't take it the wrong way. The camera is in the way. It is smack in the middle of the right-hand column where all of the notations were. So I'm going to have to kind of go back. I might do that this time around, or I might do that off camera. I don't quite know yet, but I need to go back to see if I actually remembered that notation. So, welcome to the hour where we get our lazy butts in the gear and write. I'm not good at pithy, clever catchphrases, unfortunately. My catchphrase on YouTube is literally just, hey guys, Bartol's Bookshelf here. Yeah, but so long as you're consistent, everyone knows when they see your videos, they're like, hey guys, Bartol's Bookshelf here, and then you talk about what you're doing. So, but I don't know, usually I give some sort of, I wouldn't necessarily say witty, but some sort of one-liner on what the channel's about. But I don't know. What I need to do is I need to get off my lazy butt and actually think about things. All right, so let's get down to goals, huh? Let's get down to goals. So, I think I'm going to do the first pass of edits on chapter 18. I think I finished 17. I just don't recall. I think I finished a first pass, but I have a lot of stuff to write still. It's bolded and in red, which you won't be able to see, but it's there. So I think I left off on 18. So I have that. It's not even properly formatted, and it is at 3372. That also includes this little spot up top where my notes are. So there's that. This is a pretty chunky chapter. I think I'm going to go with get through the first pass of 18. How about you all? How many people we got today? Is it just us tonight? I think so. I'm not sure. I thought Sunny was going to come in. I haven't seen her. So my goal is first pass on chapter 18. Currently, we're at 2300. Sunny got busy. She might be late. Well, okay. would you like for me to add half of her word count quota, or do you think I should just keep it at 23? All things considered, I think we're going to keep it at 23. And that might be good. That'll work. I think that'll work. That'll work. Don't expect her and be surprised if she shows. Okay, that works. Yeah, so we'll just keep it at 23. So, being on chapter 18, theoretically, after today, I will be doing the first pass of Act 3 next time. I'll be done with Act 2. That's interesting. I'm actually progressing this. I still have 9 more chapters. Well, 10 more if you include 18. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah. And I don't think I have an epilogue and a prologue. So let's see. Go to my data. Nope. No epilogue, no prologue. So yeah, I have 10 chapters of first pass edits. We're getting there. We are getting there. I'm looking at the notes and the word counts. There's there's actually quite a few chapters. All of block 7 is low on the word count. Oof. Chapter 22, really, really low. Only 962 words. So I'm going to have to really do a lot of work on that one. I'm at a 2,500 word surplus on that chapter. Yeah, I have a lot of writing to do to add to catch up. So essentially, I need to write about 7,000 to 10,000 words by the time I'm done. By the time I send it out to my beta readers. I'm curious on your writing process, on your edits, by the way. Is it just grammatical cleanup and all sorts of stuff, or like actual rewriting? A little bit of both. So, like, for example, chapter 7, I read it, and then I deleted probably 3/4 of it for a rewrite. Chapter 14, I started it, but then I stopped, and then I started after a scene. So it's a little bit of both. Sometimes, like most of the time, I'll just say it's general edits. I'll read it. Is that what I wanted to convey? Does that make sense to me? Is it giving too much information, too little information? One of the things I'm not doing, which I'll probably do on my next pass, is I'm not utilizing the senses, because one of the main characters for at least half of this story is a robot, so there's no actual senses. So it's one of those things. So but there's a character called McKinley that is human, so I need to work on senses and feelings and emotion and tool feeling, which I'm not really doing, but yeah, we're gonna kind of get to that. I think this is gonna be a rough pass. I might have to go through again. I'm just thinking about how things are. I need more emotion, more feeling, especially on the human side. And some of the plot points, I need more feeling. So I might have to do a second pass, but it won't nearly be as thorough as the first pass. So a little bit of both. I hope that answers your question. I'm going to duct tape that mic to your face. Well, I really could use my headset, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about using my headset. Can I help? So that way when I shout, it's quieter. I know. So I really didn't want to use my headset for the 60 minutes of writing, considering the 1 hour of doing nothing. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Should I just use my headset? I really didn't want to. Anyway, we got our goals. Is it just for a few minutes? Yeah, for the most part, it's just for a few minutes. But it's a pain in the butt to take out of my pocket, put on my head, turn on the receiver, turn on the sound mixer. I'll just... No, it's literally just a microphone. But you know what? Just be more aware. But you know what? That's a problem for another day. In the meantime, I say, let's get going. Let's get to it. Okay, learn to face the mic. You face the mic. You face the mic. Learn to face the microphone. All right, chat. How did you do? How'd you do? Let me just finish up this note because I had an idea. I noticed something was missing in chapter 17 and 18, so I got to put a note real quick. So, but how'd you do, chat? How did you do? $922. You broke 20,000 words. Good job. Good job, Kai. I really am proud of you. You got this. Keep it up. Keep it up. 1750? Yeah, you are just a tool. 1750. You're awesome. Just great job. Great job. Both you did amazing. I agree. They are doing just spectacular. Just spectacular. No joke. No joke. No sarcasm or anything. Just no joke. So let me update my word counts, and I can tell you how I did. Display. Let's see. 15 is at 2613. What about you, Cactus? How'd you do? 2613 at 15. 2613 at 15. Then I have. Pass? Fine. 2645. 2645. And then 17 is at 3337. No. 16 is at 2645. I think I screwed up my word count. So 15, 2613. Couldn't get anything out? Well, sometimes you just get writer's block, you know? 15, 2613. 15. 2613, then 16 is 2645, 2645, 17 is 3337, there we are, 3337, and then 18 is at 3706, 3706. Nope, a big fat goose egg, stared at a blank page for 15 to 20 minutes and gave up. Ah. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear. I was really hoping that you can get some stuff taken care of. So, all right. So my word count for the day, as I want to do some basic math. I am currently at 69,801, and I had 67,945. So I have 1856 today. It wasn't just the right blank page. It was the mean one. The nice one is always on vacation. Doesn't matter anyway. Y'all smashed the goal regardless. Yeah, they really did. They really did. I'm probably going to lose 20K because I had a better idea for this chapter, and I'm going to scrap what I had before. Oh, yeah, I've definitely done that before. I've scrapped entire ideas and had to rewrite the entire book. Like, for example, the Bloodlines of Atmos, the book 1. I scrapped chapters 1 through 9, so I had to rewrite half the book. But the effects of that rippled through book 2, which was finished, and book 3, which was halfway done. So I had to do an entire rewrite of book 2 because I cut out chapters 1 through 9. So essentially, if you think about it, I probably wrote the Bloodline series 6 times. Like, I wrote 6 books in this series, but I only published 3. Because I had to keep doing rewrites from all the edits I did. So, sounds about right. Yeah, it happens. It really does. Because sometimes you're writing an idea and it sounds good, but then another idea just sounds even better. You're just like, I got to do these. That's just how it happens sometimes. So, but yeah, 2,300 words. 17, yeah, you're at 2672. So yeah, you definitely smashed E2. Good job, really good job. So, you're still sticking with your end of the year goals? I hope you do. Like I said, I want to hold, just like last time, pretend this is a book. I want to hold your book in my hand. And I want to talk about it. I don't think I'll ever get around to reading it. We were supposed to have goals? No, it's just it's a loose thing. But I want to hold the book in my hand. I want to talk about the book on the stream. I want to read the back. I want to look at the cover. I want to show off the cover, you know? I really do. I really want to. And I'm hoping, like, when you get this done, I'm going to be one of the first to get it, okay? I'm going to be one of the first. I promise you that. They might get pushed back a bit, but they're still roughly there. You got this. You got this. I really do believe in you, and I'll support you as best as I can to get these goals accomplished. I really will. So, yeah, I actually wrote more today than I expected, but I'm also wondering if I forgot to update my word count, because I didn't do a lot on chapter 15, but I had a huge jump in word count. So I'm wondering if I didn't update my word count from last week. That's why I have like an 1800, say a 56 word count today. But I don't know. I mean, I added quite a bit on 18 and 17, but I have to do some minor work for 17. And I have to add in something on 15 to make up something that was added 17 and 18. So I have to go back and fix something to make sure things make sense. So it happens. It really does. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I generally start with a lower word count. So I have that wiggle room so I can add in stuff. I can add in details. I can add in events. I can add in feelings, emotions, thoughts. I can add in moments, you know, stuff like that. So that's why I always try to start low. I'm a little lower than I want to be for this time around. But I still have a good cushion to add in extra stuff. So, all right. Is there anything else you want to talk about tonight, chat? Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to discuss? Oh, yes, there was actually something. There was something. During my Let's Play today, I had the idea of having chat write a description for a monster. I don't know the end game for this. I don't know if it's going to be a thing for this stream. Like I post something and give like a warm-up thing, like describe this scene, describe this monster in like X amount of words or something like that, and I'll like take a look and read them out, read them on the chat. Considering it's a description practice, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It was just an idea. Like, what do you think? Is that something you want to do? Granted, if that's something that we're going to be doing, we might have to have an earlier start. Have like 3 to 5 minutes to write the scene and see what comes up. You know what I mean? What do you think? Is that something you want to do? I like the idea. Do a little warm-up beforehand, or just have an image up for inspiration. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But in this case, it was describe the boss. And the boss was basically like a golem. Run through the idea again. I spaced out there for a second. Okay, so at the beginning of this stream, have something on the screen as a warm-up, and I'll say, describe this. Like the challenge is, describe the scene, describe the monster, describe, you know, something like that. And have like 3 minutes or something like that to write a description, like 1 or 2 paragraphs or something like that, to write a description on the scene. It could be like a skyscraper scene. Because if you think about it, in Final Fantasy VII, there's a lot of beautiful scenery. And sometimes when I look at scenery, this is not just for like for the Let's Play. Like in games in general, I sometimes stop and take a moment and look at the scene. I'm like, and I start to think of myself, how would I describe this? And I'm thinking like a small exercise like that on a daily basis might be fun. I don't know. You could play a scene from a boss from a game. You probably won't have it for that day's footage, but you could prep footage from the previous day. I was actually kind of thinking that. Whether it is footage from a boss or a scene, or I can even pull something online, you know. There's other ways that I can get this, but it was just an idea. And it might help people. I'm not calling you that. I'm not calling you that, Bartels. And it might help people like me who come into these things with no motivation or ideas. Well, sometimes you just get writer's block. You really do. But I don't know. So you want to give that a shot next time around? So that would mean that I'm going to... Let's give it a try. All right. So that means I'm going to start my streams at 7:15 Pacific. You know, I think I said that like the last 4 streams. I want to start at 7:15, yet I still start at 7:20. So I want to start at 7:15. That'll give us a little bit of extra time to go over the warm-up, and we'll see how it turns out. Yeah. What I want to have to redo some of my scenes because the screen is blurry. left of the recording. I element to my stream. So what I'm gonna have to do is I want to create another scene element that actually has good detail that I can use to post. So we can use that. So your audio cuts out when you show that screen. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that because that screen is the screen that is on the bottom left. It is okay. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. No, so it has to be this way. It is right there. The blurred screen is that right there, and that is the element I add so you can see what I'm working on, what I'm writing. But I'll need to add in another element to actually have high resolution so you can see what I'm seeing, so everyone can see everything. So I'll work on that for next time, okay? But yeah, I will definitely look into it. I'll give it some thought. Doesn't have to be a boss either. It could be a scenery, small writing prompts, write a few paragraphs of a story involving the boss and the scenery. I don't know. I really don't know at the moment. Currently, it's just an idea that I had in the middle of the stream. Because in Bloodlines of Atmos, Jace Book 2, there was a boss that was very similar that Jace had to battle. And I struggled on adding or on writing that description. And I was just kind of wondering how other people would write that description. So, how do you feel about adding Wednesdays? It is tentatively on my calendar. It's just, do I have enough energy and motivation? Because I'm streaming for 2 hours today, and then I'm streaming for an hour and a half today. That's a lot of streaming for me when I have other stuff going on. And if it's going to be a co-op, it could be 3 or 4 hours streaming. So it's really, I'm kind of trying to figure out how I'm feeling. So far, I'm enjoying this. I'm definitely progressing, and I think I want to add in more days, but I also have schoolwork and regular work and projects and portfolios and other stuff going on that's taking up a lot of time. But what I do want to do is I want to do Mondays and Wednesdays at least. But currently, everything is in the air. As soon as I know, I will let you know in my other streams. So, but let's call it here, huh? Let's call it. Unless anyone else has anything else to add, let's call it here, huh? Let's call it here. How about homework goals? A small goal for us to write in our own time when we come back on Mondays and report in. If I can consistently come in on Mondays, because so far I haven't been able to consistently do that. I don't see why not. But also, that would imply that all of you would come in the exact time the following week. And as the channel theoretically grows, that may not be the case. So let's say we have 10 people and say everyone's homework is to write 1,000 words. And we'll see what's going on. So that's going to be 10,000. But the week after, only 5 people show up and only 2 of them do their homework. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Anyway, let's wrap it up. Huh? Let's wrap it up. But that's just about down. Hold on. All this talking, my throat's dry. It's also really hot in my office space. Really hot in my office space. I got 4 key lights beaming in my face. I got the AC right outside the office being blocked by the screen. Yeah, it is. But that just about does it for this episode. If you enjoyed the content, like, subscribe, notifications, comment, follow, ring the bell. I don't know. Whatever, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I don't know. What do they want you to do nowadays? Like, they want you to, if you thumbs up, it's still interaction, so it's good. I don't know. It changes all the time. I don't care. Check out my website, jpedgar.com. I got my books, my blog, my merch, and my stream schedule. And just a reminder that all my streams, my live stream, and my libraries are all separate channels, and those links will be in the description. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming in and keeping me company and making fun of me along the way, but I really do appreciate it. And like always, more ridiculous to come.